Tonight's first period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Supercuts. Check out supercuts.com to find a convenient salon location near you. Rock the cuts at Supercuts. By Rothman Institute at Jefferson, exclusive orthopedic and healthcare provider of the Philadelphia Flyers. And by your local Chevy dealers. Outside and inside the Wells Fargo Center, ready for the Flyers and the Oilers. The Oilers visiting Philadelphia in back-to-back calendar years for the first time since 2001 and 2002. As, of course, now with the schedule in the NHL, every year, every city will see every team.
And these are our Kia starting goaltenders tonight. Victor Fost for the Edmonton Oilers getting into his third game. His numbers aren't very good, so he's looking to try to chip away at those. Steve Mason starts again. He took the loss Saturday night in Florida, still looking for his first W. The effort has been there. The excellence at times has been there. The wins have not yet for Steve Mason.
So he readies himself. Lost at the other end of the ice. To deal with a groin injury early in the year. Caused him to miss 7 games. That's why this is only his third appearance of the year. Ready to go. The Flyers beginning 2-week stay here at home as they wear their orange jerseys. Road whites for the Oilers, who are coming off of a 7-game homestand. A good point shot by the former Devil Mark Fane goes wide, and the Flyers get to the puck. Nick Schultz sending it off the glass into a crowd. You look at the Flyer combinations at the top of your screen. The forward line's the same as they were in Florida, and the one change on D that we talked about in the open with Carlo Koliakovo added to the mix. And Brandon Manning now a healthy scratch. Michael Del Zotto getting to the puck for Philadelphia. Both teams making their first change. The Edmonton combos now appearing at the top of your screen. Drew is checked, and the Oilers come up with the puck. Here's Jeff Petrie sending it a rink wide. David Perron will get into the Philadelphia zone. He's checked there by Strike. Now, angle shot. The bad save made by Mason. The shot came from Teddy Purcell, and now behind the net. Man goes down, and a penalty is called. Jake Voracek does not like this call. As he looks back at the Oiler player who went down. We go inside the glass to Chris Therien.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. You know, if you look at the Edmonton Oilers, they've had a lot of high draft picks. Guys up in the top 5 many years over the last 7 or 8 seasons in this league. And 2 of them here, you're looking at Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Nail Yakupov. Taylor Hall, the other guy, he's out tonight. But you want to cash in with these high picks. They're number 1 picks overall. You want to do what the Pittsburgh Penguins did. Make them count with guys like Malkin and Crosby, Marc-Andre Fleury. That's what they're trying to build right now. 8 years out of the playoffs for Edmonton. They're still trying to get themselves back in the postseason.
It's hard to believe they haven't been in the playoffs since their trip to the finals.
Still building it 1 brick at a time, it seems.
On the power play here, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, one of the larger bricks, part of that foundation. Fired that shot wide, now gets the puck back. Stealing along. Pouliot over from the Rangers, gets it back to Justin Schultz. Now Eberle to the slot. His shot goes high and wide and all the way out to center and down the ice.
That's a bad play. Sharp angle, going in, trying to score on almost an impossible angle on a power play. Shoot wide, end up forcing your team to regroup.
Now Pierre-Edouard Bellemare making them go back into their zone with some diligent penalty killing. Oilers trying to get their power play in gear, for their last 11. Flyers penalty kills, struggled on the road, but it's been pretty good at home as they've killed off all 13 man-down situations here at the Wells Fargo Center. Looking for the puck, but instead it's Umberger. They'll send it into the Edmonton zone. 55 seconds remaining in the penalty.
Outstanding job on the PK, really disrupting Edmonton on the way up the ice. If you can deny a team entry and setup into your zone, you've won the battle.
I'll go across ice with this pass. And Draisaitl will hit the puck in, but he's quickly checked and it's set back out. Artavelo tumbles to the ice as he gets to the blue line. The play is offside. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Don't expect to see a ton of power plays in this game because the Oilers and Flyers are among the top 4 teams in terms of fewest penalty minutes per game. Flyers led the league in penalty minutes per game last year. They're down significantly, although they have found themselves taking 12 minors over the last 2 games, and Craig Berube doesn't want them to start slipping in that regard in terms of the discipline.
Yeah, that sample size was pretty small early in the season. You want to keep it down to that low average per game.
These are 2 teams that really want to skate. Both want to get to the attack. Spend a lot of time, obviously, in the other team's offensive zone. Draisaitl moves in. Rangy center iceman all the way around. And then checked by the Flyers. Ronaldo couldn't clear, but the outside pass goes off. And Chris Vandevelde to the neutral zone. Now Arcobello has it back. Draisaitl will send it in on Mason. He'll scoop that one up and hang on. He'll take the face-off. Just 3 seconds remaining on the Edmonton power play.
One of the guys you just saw was Leon Draisaitl, fellas, the number 3 overall pick last summer for Edmonton. I talked to Craig McTavish, their GM, of course, a former Philadelphia Flyer, before the game. He loves this kid, and he says he's going to be a star in this league eventually. You're really young, the highest picked German player ever. Big guy, skates well, and has a great set of hands, is what McTavish told me.
His dad was a fixture on the German national team, Peter Draisaitl, for almost 15 years.
And he has good memories of this building, even though he's playing in this building for the first time. He was drafted here at the Wells Fargo Center. Of course, the entry draft held here last June. Flyers get the puck in. Koliakovo getting his first shift on home ice. The Flyers kill off that power play for the Oilers. Now look to go to the attack. Here is Luke Schenn. Bill alluded to in the open. Koliakovo and Schenn have played together before, both with the Leafs and with the World Championship team for Team Canada. And they worked hard together at times. They're familiar with one another. Will Acton will move that puck down the ice. This will be icing against Edmonton. Players make their way back into the Edmonton zone. We'll take a look at the scratches. The big news, of course, for the Oilers, Taylor Hall is out for 2 to 4 weeks with a knee injury. Nasty spill into the net that he took the other night. Andrew Ference, game 1 of a 3-game suspension for a hit in the last game, a hit to the head. And so those are 2 big losses. The captain and Ference and Taylor Hall, their leading scorer, both out for the Oilers. The Flyers, as we said, the same lineup with the exception of Koliakovo in and Brandon Manning out. There is Jake Voracek. Turning with the puck, got it into the high slot. Giroux deals to Grossman. Grossman's shot is blocked. Back out he goes, straight faking the shot. Now looking for a seam. He'll just roll it deep. There's Voracek trying to chip it in front. Now at the other side. Randy scores! Jake the Snake is at it again. Couldn't get out one way, tries the other side. It works to perfection. 1-0 Philadelphia. Voracek scores for a case of Tasty Cake.
Heavy on the puck. That's what the Flyers were, and a heads-up play by a number of people, including Mark Streit. He faked the shot, throws the guy in front of him, and made time and space for himself to get it down low, intentionally off the back of the boards, and Jake with no mistake on the wraparound.
You got to love the play Streit made. I agree, Bill, right out front. That's good patience, good poise, and Jake Voracek with an excellent play around the net to tear him that puck off the goalie Fost.
Points in 12 of his first 13 games this season, including 6 straight now, as he trails only Sidney Crosby in points in the NHL. Schenn now as the Flyers go right back to work in the offensive zone. Being tested by Nikita Nikitin. Matt Reed will throw the puck back deep into the Edmonton zone. Couturier looking for it along the boards. Del Zotto will whack at it. A scramble for the puck, and it bounces free to Nikitin. He'll headman to Nugent Hopkins. And he'll just send one in on Mason. And he decides to cover up with a couple of Oilers coming his way.
Some people might just say that Jake Voracek is hot. He's more than that. He's a complete player right now. Strong in the puck, seeing the ice extremely well. His touch on setups is second to none in the league. Actually, numbers would indicate that as well. And he can score. So Jake right now is a complete player. It is not just about being hot.
It's not just about getting points on the power play. That's his 14th even strength point this year, which leads the NHL. There's a shot right off the faceoff by Yakupov that found glass. Draisaitl will drop the puck off in the corner. That Hendricks around behind the net. Yakupov trying to catch up to that, but the Flyers get there instead. Well, move it up the wall. Did not get out of the zone, but there's Koliakovo. And now the Flyers will move it to center, and they find the loose puck. Elmar to Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes a look, centers, and all the way across to Vandevelde. Vandevelde back to Koliakovo for the shot. That's gloved by Fostet. He'll hang on.
So Jake Voracek has given the Flyers this 1-0 lead. When the puck came off the end boards, Jake Voracek was the recipient of a real nice bounce. He tried to pass it out front, came right back to him. Yeah, he's pretty casual with the puck, whether it's in his hand or on the stick. Last season, career year for him, man. He is off to his best start ever right now.
17 points. Ain't good, as he said to us before the game. Gavier on this draw.
That's an expression, you know, in the Czech Republic, dang good.
So there you go. See? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sure about that? Here's Grossman.
No.
To the puck. Say it with enough conviction, and everybody will believe it. Mark Streit. Back to Grossman. He got an assist as well on that goal. Grossman ahead to Umberger. Umberger. Puck tipped by Mark Fane. Fane, steady defenseman, will flip it back around behind the net. Oscar Klefbom, another one of the youngsters for the Oilers. The Oilers got to it, and they'll clear it into the Philadelphia zone. Flyers have it back. Here's Lecavalier. Popping it back to Grossman. I say Streit was heading up ice. That pass went behind him, and so Edmonton gets the puck back. 2 shots apiece here through the first 6 minutes of period number 1. The Flyers 2 shots on the net. Grossman forced back by Teddy Purcell. And now here is Perron. Back out to the point. Schultz. A shot goes high and wide. Skitters to the glass. The Oilers find it. Point shot there. Seen all the way by Mason from the Keaton. He'll glove that and hang right on to it. So the homestand starts with a goal from the hottest of the Flyers, Jake Voracek. 1-0 Philadelphia.
It's the Flyers.
It's Flyers and Oilers
On Comcast Sportsnet.
Indeed, Flyers and Oilers. They'll play one more time this year. Won't be for a while. March the 21st. Flyers making their trip to Western Canada in March this year, which is a little different. Usually that trip takes place right after Christmas. Battle for the puck in the Philadelphia zone. Flyers get to it. Couturier couldn't get it past Petrie in a first try. Second try, backhands to the neutral zone. That Reed there with a pass. Giroux the shot, and it was blocked. Giroux stays after it and gets it to Couturier, who centers it, tipped wide by Reed. Good spot there by Couturier, but Reed could not get the puck on net. That would have been an offside. Flyers couldn't touch. Now they have gone back to retouch the blue line, so it's all good. And here come the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins weaving his way in. Stutter step move, his pass across tip. Still gathered. Signing will try one off the outside net. They centered back in front. Lecavalier one-handing the puck to Couturier. Couturier now back for Vinny. Tried to catch up to that off the wall, could not. And instead, it is Jordan Eberle. Move it back all the way down ice. With the icing, if the Flyers get the edge, they do. Koliakovo doing just that.
Say, don't forget to score with the Flyers Family 4-pack. It's 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $140. And it's to this Thursday's home game against Florida. Just go to PhiladelphiaFlyers.com and come on and play with us.
Flyers have a little revenge on their minds for that game after losing to Florida in their last game. Brayden Schenn take this draw. He's out with Voracek and Raffl. Puck goes to Koliakovo. Sent it towards Schenn and went through him and wide. A little idea there by Koliakovo, looking for the redirection. Now Voracek back to Koliakovo across. Luke Schenn shot is blocked. Gotten back by the Flyers. Voracek to Koliakovo. Another shot deflection and denied by Fost. And now here's Voracek turning with it again all the way across Koliakovo. Another wrist shot blocked. Voracek getting back to the puck. Swoops behind the net. The other side. Backhander. He hit the post. Hit the post. Everything but the finish. He is a machine right now. Now Flyers still after the Oilers. This is what they want to do. Pursue that puck. Keep the Oilers in their own zone. Vandevelde along the wall. Puck hops up in the air. Kept in by Luke Schenn. Flyers maintain possession. Brayden Schenn a shot. Gets caught up in traffic in front. Ronaldo digging for it. But Fost able to cover up.
You know, guys, one of the things they're doing right now, Jake Voracek is second in the league in points right now. And the thing he's doing, guys, he's playing a real heavy, small ice North American type game. And I think that's an adjustment players make. But going around that net, and what you want to do with the Edmonton Oilers, a team, is attack them low. That's where they're the weakest right now, guys. You get some injured defensemen, some players out. You have to go down and go at them low below the hash marks. You will win this game if you keep the puck in the Edmonton zone for the course of this game.
Yeah, good point, Chris. And Jake, of all players, looks like he wants to get out to the front of the net as soon as he can. He almost scored on the backhand to go along with his forehand wraparound.
He's been shrugging off a check as he got that puck back to the neutral zone. I think you're noticing with Jake, too, a lot of his damage being done late in shifts, and I think that goes back to the fact that he's in such great shape this year. You see him blow past players late in his shift. They might be getting tired, and Jake no longer is. Cut out his mom's pasta from his diet in the summer. Lost 10 pounds. Has a little more to do than that, though. He's working hard, obviously. Trying to have to stay in shape, maintain it as the season gets going.
He doesn't have quite as much trouble pushing away from mom's table while he's here in Philadelphia.
There you go. The temptation isn't there. Arcabello check. Purcell will get it back out. Petrie trying to keep it in, could not. Simmons pushes it past him, but rotating over and getting there ahead of Simmons is Martin Marincin, the defenseman. Puck back to Del Zotto. His pass was tipped away, but into the Edmonton zone it goes. Petrie across for Marincin. And to avoid the forechecking, got it back to Petrie. His dad, Major League Baseball, was a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Sent it all the way down, no icing here. Nick Schultz starts back. Long rink wide feed for Del Zotto, and now Vandevelde wipes up, but got the puck to Bellemare, and he winds it into the Edmonton zone. Tip to Draisaitl right in front of his own net, and then played out of the zone by Marincin. A race for the puck here, and Schultz getting there ahead of Yakupov. Puck bounces ahead to Vandevelde, and now Nick Schultz carrying on in across the Edmonton line. His pass to the middle. Ronaldo tips, then gathers, turns. The backhand just flips it in along the boards. Nikita Nikitin get it to Justin Schultz. His pass goes off the skate back behind the net. Nikitin after it there. He'll hand off to Schultz. His pass goes to Hendrick. And out to the neutral zone. We passed the midpoint of this first period. Not a lot of shots, just 5 of them. 3 for the Oilers, 2 for the Flyers. Of course, that Voracek bid that hit the post doesn't count as a shot on goal. Everly, checked by Shen. Reed joins in the scramble for the puck. And it comes free, but it's Schultz who has it for Edmonton. And Nikitin just coming back from missing 3 games with an ankle injury. Anita back with Ferentz out due to the suspension. Now here's Fane pushing it into the Philadelphia zone. He's going to chase Couturier in pursuit. Fane dropping it back to shot high and wide for Pouliot, and that'll go all the way back down into the Edmonton zone.
Flyers will give the Oilers all those wide angle shots they can handle, and the Flyers so much better in the neutral zone tonight than Saturday, both offensively getting it through and defensively.
Raffl centering. It's a little behind Giroux. Back for Raffl. To elude Fane and does his centering pass off of Giroux's stick. And Edmonton has it. And they will move up. And set into the Philadelphia zone by Nugent Hopkins, who does seem to have his legs in this game. Battles with Del Zotto here. Ron comes in to help out. The puck deflects to the other quarter. It's Voracek. Voracek just fights off not 1 but 2 Oilers and gets the puck to Del Zotto.
Like a small tank.
Now here he is after the puck. Couldn't get there, but Raffl will. Oh, Raffl reaching back for it. Wasn't sure he might have thought Giroux was going to take that. Voracek centering pass for Giroux, blocked off by Perron. And he'll drop it back to Petrie. Whistle-free hockey here for the last little while as we tick down to 8 minutes remaining in this first period. Bello with a pass to Purcell in the slot. Shot! And Mason, a stick save as he denied Jeff Petrie, who joined the rush. Flyers nearly turned it over on the outlet, but they get it to Umberger. And Umberger will backhand into the Edmonton zone. Collier tries to get in on the forecheck. The Oilers able to move it ahead, and Will Acton, the son of the current associate coach of the Oilers and former Flyer and assistant coach of the Flyers. Keith Acton got it out to center, but it deflected into the crowd.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. having a look right here at two guys that one guy, Keith Acton, I played with a little bit in Hershey, but both former assistant coaches. At the beginning of the career, I had Keith Acton here in Philadelphia for 3 years, and then Craig Ramsey, an assistant in Edmonton, also a head coach here in Philadelphia. Both great teachers defensively in this league and really, really good people as well. Edmonton will be a better team having them there, for sure.
They both had to battle through some serious health issues, and they just love the game. Can't stay away from the NHL. There's been a lot of real positive talk about Craig Ramsey and the influence he's had on the Oilers. There's a loose puck deep in the Philadelphia zone, and a save made by Mason off of Eberle as he was tied up, and I don't see a penalty called, so he was tied up legally. Eberle would have been one-on-one with Mason, but really couldn't get his stick free.
You know, Jim, one of the things when I look at Craig Ramsey, this guy here, everywhere he's gone, has had tremendous success. Getting a quick replay here off the skate of Eberle coming late. One of the things he's done, he can teach defensemen how to play this game, how to use their stick. Everywhere he's gone, he's had success. Tampa, Boston, the Flyers, and Craig Ramsey, a winner of a Stanley Cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2004. He's a guy that has been a successful man wherever he's been. Made a lot of good players better players.
Question about that. Flyers living to tell about that sequence moments ago, and good play by Del Zotto to tie up Eberle's stick in front. Otherwise, might very well have wound up tying the game.
I had it as a disallowed goal, even if it had gone in, because Eberle had a motion with the skate towards the net, and I know that's eased up, but that was pretty pronounced.
Right. The reason he had to use the skate was because Del Zotto did a good job.
Michael Del Zotto, I continue to see him improving little by little, game after game.
Flyers at the puck here. Luke Schenn, a shot, and Foster saved through some heavy traffic, and no rebound. That was only the third shot on goal for the Flyers. Tomorrow, Michael Barkan is talking about the Flyers and Sixers seasons as they've gotten started. Plus, he'll be joined by Jeff McLean and Zach Berman. Here's their thoughts on the Eagles. Watch Philly Sports Talk presented by Comcast Business tomorrow night at 5 on Comcast Sportsnet. Concourse or in the Arena Bowl. And enjoying this one is the Flyers and Oilers tangle. East beating West again. And for the Oilers, that's been good news. They are 4-0 against the East this year, 0-6-1 against the West. They do not have a loss against the East. They don't have a win against the West. The puck at the line, and Grossman able to keep that in with his stick and then his glove, and now it's played by Raffle, dropping it back for Voracek, flipping it. That one bounced off of something and went up over the cage. Now played by Boyd Gordon. It takes a bounce to Voracek. He'll lined up and went to take the shot, but he was checked and could not get that one through. And it's dumped down into the Philadelphia zone. Grossman back to get it. He'll get it back to Strike. Right ahead for Giroux. Off in the left wing, Voracek takes a look. Karafa for the shot, and Foss slides across to make the save.
Well, you can't read a play any better than Victor Foss just did, because the Flyers' execution was just about perfect.
Flyers with a 1-0 lead here. 5:57 to go, period number 1.
Gives us a chance to let everybody know that the Flyers all-for-one deal includes a ticket to the game, plus an all-you-can-eat pregame menu with beverages, starting at just $88. Get tickets at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. If you're hungry, even if you're not, it's a heck of a deal.
Plenty of opportunities to see the Flyers this month here at Wells Fargo Center. There's 4 straight. 6 of 8 leading toward Thanksgiving. Puck, it's Raffle coming over to get his stick on it. And now Eberle. Bumped by Giroux, take it into the boards, and the Flyers get the puck. Here's Michael Del Zotto. Raffle backhanding it across to Voracek. Voracek it across the line. Quick shot and a save by Foss. He'll just pin that one against his chest. Jake Voracek has added another point to his total, and so the point total for Giroux and Voracek now at 30. Only Crosby and Malkin, who are not on the same line. That shows you how devastating that attack can be in Pittsburgh. But they're the only duo ahead of Voracek and Giroux, and there are some good ones on that board.
Kidding, you got Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry. Corey Perry, the NHL's first star of the week.
There is Grossman.
Make that one.
Yeah, first star of the month. Umberger to Simmons. He was checked just as he tried to make a play. Now Grossman getting Umberger. Loose stick on the ice. There's an Oiler without a stick. Ludwig Schultz. Grossman played it back. Strike chopping that. It bounced to the corner. Umberger didn't see it. That allowed the Oilers time to get to it and clear it out to center. And now Grossman will just backhand it in. The Flyers keep it in the zone, but Simmons is stripped by Perron. Now Arcabella. Yale product will throw it across ice. The Oilers look to go to the attack. Flyers trying to change. Here's Perron. Shot right into the midsection of Mason. He'll hang on.
Say, if you'd like to snag a free puck right now, just purchase tickets to any of the Flyers' next 3 home games, and you get a free autographed Flyers puck with your ticket purchase, and only if you purchase before the second period ends. So you still have time, but now would be the time to get it done. 215-218-PUCK. How about right now?
Who doesn't want a puck, right? Everybody wants a puck.
It's incredible how many times I've handed people a puck, and the smile on their face is...
Yes.
I mean, I'm even talking about ones with no autographs on them.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it was at some point, whether it even be practiced or not, used by the Flyers. There's a shot by Yakupov, snared by Mason. He'll squeeze it. Hanging right onto it with 4:30 to go in this first period. Tonight's cheap trivia question of the game. Look at now Yakupov. How many times have the Oilers held the first overall draft pick in the last 5 years? Once, twice, or 3 times?
Now, how long do we have to wait on this? Because I got so much information that I worked on preparing about.
You are going to have to hold on that now. I believe we'll give the answer sometime in the 3rd period. So you're going to have to hold on to that.
Stay tuned for some really valuable information following the answer to the trivia question.
Or a spoiler alert. We may spoil the
there you
answer
go.
before we get to that. Oilers moving up here. Mason will play it behind the net. Now off the glass, knocked down, but it bounced to Giroux. Now Voracek across to Delzato joining. Slams on the brakes. Back across ice. Voracek, the pass, the shot by Delzato, blocked back to Voracek, shot. He scores! Do not touch him right now. You will get burned. Voracek again. And it's 2-0 Philadelphia. Voracek scoring for his 2nd case of Tasty Cake.
Well, Midas turns everything to gold, and this is Jake Voracek. He had a chance to shoot. He passed to Michael Delzato, who was a left-hand shot, couldn't get a shot off. Went right back to Jake Voracek. Similar to the first goal, Jake tried to pass to somebody else, and it came right back to him. Wow.
Well, you make your own breaks, as they say. He's playing so well and now getting some bounces and taking advantage of it. The Flyers with a 2-0 lead. They have 6 shots. Voracek has the 2 goals. Also, remember, hit the post. So he could already have a natural hat trick in this game. Voracek for just the outside of that post instead of the inside. Oilers coming right back. Will Acton going hard to the net, but he was checked. Could not get his stick free and get a shot on goal either. A couple of good defensive plays down low by the Flyers, preventing what could have been a very dangerous situation for the Oilers. Richard Hopkins get to center. Couturier tipped it back deeper into his own zone. Strike will go get it. Up the wall. Hayden Shen, rink wide, backhand feed to Reed. He'll just jam it into the Edmonton zone. Flyers will go for a change. And now here's Fane. Signed as a free agent in the offseason. Backhands in. Mason will accept that puck and had no intentions of putting it back in play.
No need to. Steve Mason hasn't been all that busy, but he's had to make some good saves here in the first period. It hasn't been quantity as much as quality. Steve Mason was focused in Florida on Saturday night. Seems like he's focused here.
He had a good game, I thought, Saturday night in Florida. Just missed, Luongo upstaged everybody in the game. But he had a very good game.
There's a deflected puck right in the crease area, and Mason staying with that. Found it and covered up.
Well, we've talked a lot about Jake Voracek coming into camp 10 pounds lighter. Well, we've got a chance to talk to him today and asked him if there were any disadvantages to being 10 pounds lighter.
It's a little bit depending on the situation on the ice. You know, sometimes obviously I wish I could have that 10 more pounds, but you know, lately I feel pretty good even in the board battle. So you know, it's been good so far for me, and you know, my mom isn't very happy, but I am, so that's very important.
His mom's not happy. You know, moms are. They always want you to, you know,
she's gotten
eat more.
She's gotten a lot of play and a lot of coverage with Jake's 10 pounds of weight that he lost.
Indeed. So much for that contract to sell her pasta, right?
Yeah,
but
it's last I heard, it's dang good.
Indeed. As a turnover by Raffl, though. Look out for Ron. Worked down by Giroux, and Giroux steals the puck back. Out to Raffl, but he's checked along the wall. And there's Voracek. Now move it to Mark Streit on the rush. Streit it across the line. Has a look. Waits, fires. It's blocked. Voracek is to it, centered for Giroux. It was there, but he was quickly checked. And now Petrie the other way. He's all by himself for the moment. He'll try the shot, blocked by Delzato. Second try backhanded. Mason gobbled up, and then he had to sit there for a moment. Had to cover with Everly nearby.
Well, the list of first-round draft picks that were drafted high is incredibly long for the Edmonton Oilers. And they have moved so many 18, 19, and 20-year-olds from the draft right into their lineup. And they are Exhibit A, really, I think, for why you would want your players to mature a little bit. The Oilers have missed the playoffs 10 of the last 12 years, including the last 8 straight. Ron Hextall for the Flyers now is a GM with a different philosophy, and that is a little maturity going here before the players make it to the NHL.
Wayne Simmons dishes to Delzato for a shot. Save Fost is going to deal with the screen. Umberger going to the net. And puck sent back down the ice. There's Nick Schultz. Umberger did not get that puck deep. Everly the other way to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. Backhander, and Mason gets crashed into the puck, bounces behind the net. And the Flyers okay. Poliakovo will send Simmons to center. He missed the puck. Draisaitl will drop it back. And it's fanned on by Schultz. Schultz, 24-year-old defenseman, another young player that the Oilers are really counting on. They expect him to be their #1 defenseman. Got his ups and downs. Tip deep into the Philadelphia zone. Mason there. He played it off of Luke Schenn. It bounces all the way out to the neutral zone. It's found there by Mr. Buffbomb and moves it back into Philadelphia ice. It's Poliakovo. For Schenn, head ahead. Reed in the middle. Couturier couldn't get it cleanly. He's got it now. 30 seconds left in the period. Couturier all the way around behind the net. Has it back. Gets it back out. Here's Grossman. Grossman is shot wide back on the other side. And it's Streit who will get to it. 18 seconds in the period. Brayden Schenn for Reed. Matt Reed has a look. But he is checked. And Will Acton takes the puck away. Moves in the Philadelphia zone. 7 seconds as Grossman goes back. Gets to Streit, he'll just finesse it ahead. Not out of the zone, but gotten back by Streit, and that's how period #1 comes to an end. Flyers get outshot 11-8 in the first period, but it was the Jake Voracek show. He scores not once, but twice, and it's 2-0 Philadelphia after 1 period of play. Tonight's Flyers-Oilers first period was brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit kia.com. And by Papa John's. The day after the Flyers win and score 3 or more goals, get 50% off your online order using promo code FLYERS at papajohns.com. Downstairs we go to Chris Terry, and he's chatting with, well, who do you think? Of course, it's Jake Voracek.
I'm sitting here with Jake Voracek. 2 goals that period, Jake. How important was the start for the Flyers in this hockey game tonight?
Oh, it was huge. After the road trip, you know, we lost 2 games in a row, so we wanted to came out hard, and you know, it was a good period by us.
You seem to have the magic stick right now. What happens when a goal scorer gets in a groove like you're in right now?
I don't think I'm a goal scorer, but you know, I got 2 lucky bounces, so I just in the second one I just closed my eyes and I went in.
Jake, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Whatever he does, it's working. 2-0 Flyers with the lead over the Oilers. Intermission live. Straight ahead, John Bork and Brian Boucher with our analysis. Tonight's second period is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers and legendary Audi Quattro all-wheel drive, the world's top-selling luxury all-wheel drive system. And by McDonald's. Any size hot or iced coffee is just $1. McDonald's. I'm loving it. First period statistics brought to you by the Rothman Institute at Jefferson. And it gives you an idea of the Oilers having more shots and blocks. Flyers the big edge and faceoffs.
The Flyers actually launched more shots than the Oilers. Flyers had 9 blocked by Edmonton players. And of those 5 chances by the Flyers, Jake Voracek just happened to put together 4 of them that included 2 beauties. Goal number 4 and goal number 5. That's what we've got. 2-zip. Voracek leading the way.
Closes his eyes and he shoots the bucket, goes in. GFC NHL update. Calgary, they've been a surprise early this year, playing in Washington. They're going to go from Lance Boma right there to take a 1-0 lead. Russell and Weidman with the assist. Nicholas Backstrom, though, will come back and tie this one for the Capitals at redirection of the Ovechkin shot. It's 1-1, Caps and Flames. Carolina, they've won 2 in a row against the banged-up Blue Jackets who've lost 5 in a row. That is a shot that ends up being put in the net. Zach Boychuk for the Canes. And Riley Nash will make it 2-0 Carolina right there. Nick Foligno has come back, gotten a goal back for the Blue Jackets. It's 2-1 Carolina as Blue Jackets trying to avoid their 6th straight loss.
Carlo Koliakovo on these Twitter shots looking pretty good. I would agree with that. He's made smart plays. Gosh, he's calm with the puck. Moves it D to D very well. Got shots through from the point. You can tell he's a guy with 400 games experience in the NHL.
That's exactly what the Flyers were looking for as they in search of some experience back there. With their young players not quite ready yet. Go with the veteran. Koliakovo getting a chance. Here's a shot by Nugent Hopkins that was blocked in front. Expect the Oilers to come with some push here. Thomas Aikens, their head coach, might very well have had something to say in between periods. Eberle will get this puck back out to the point. Petria's shot goes wide toward the point. Reed jabs it and got just enough on it to get it out to the neutral zone.
Well, this Nugent-Hopkins line for Edmonton is the unit that the Flyers are trying to shut down. That's why Craig Berube in the first period and continues to do it here in the second matches the Couturier line against them.
Braden Shen after the puck, tipped it, but it's Eberle who gets to it as Delzato rides him. Now, running with it is Teddy Purcell. Purcell did plenty of damage against the Flyers as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Around behind, tried to wrap it around, got it out in front. And right there is Braden Shen to clear, but a good first shift for the Oilers. Spent it almost entirely in the offensive zone, and this is icing against Philadelphia.
Craig Berube certainly wasn't happy with the way the Flyers played the first period and the second period Saturday night against the Florida Panthers and said it's on them. He said, we talked about it. We talked about being aggressive in the offensive zone, shooting pucks and skating. It didn't happen, and it's on them. The Flyers finished the first period with a 2-0 lead. A little better.
Mason juggles and hangs on to that offering. Only the 3rd time this season that they have scored first in this game. He wasn't very happy about their start the other night in Florida.
We didn't come out aggressive enough in the first period for sure, and didn't get on them and didn't put pressure on them, didn't skate, didn't shoot pucks. We knew, we talked about it. We talked about, you know, good start, talked about, you know, being down here in Florida and, you know, just all that stuff about coming out hard, coming out aggressive, skating. So that's on them. But, you know, that's on them.
And it appears they got the message here tonight as they had a good first period. Now the key for the Flyers, they have to try to put this 60-minute effort together and follow that first period up with another good period here. Ron will chop that one out to the neutral zone. Flyers have it. Fan on the pass though, and now the Oilers have it. Purcell back at that one wide. That was Koliakovo who did not get enough on that pass. Ron Turned back by Koliakovo. And now Perron, Roccabella. Well, quite a story. Undrafted player. Gets it down low. Strike. Unable to get control of that. It goes back to the point for a shot. Deflected wide. Flyers are sitting back a little here to start this period, but a good play by Giroux to steal the puck. The other way they go. Voracek charging up the right wing. Voracek takes a look, his pass is back. The shot blocked. Koliakovo could not get it through. Jake had the shot option there. Decided to look for the trailer. Koliakovo, but the shot never got to the net.
It's hard not to sit and watch, expecting the shot, because everything he shoots looks like it has a chance to go in.
The Oilers are doing a good job, as you see by those numbers, blocking shots, now in double figures in the game. Umberger pushes this puck deep into the Edmonton zone. He goes after Nikitin. Cavalier is there with good support. Gets it back to Delzato. Hillwine, he'll fire! High and wide. It might have gone off with something in front. Luke Schenn pitches along the wall. Got it back into the corner. Cavalier and Umberger digging. Bounces free, and Jakubov, nice little maneuver. He'll move up with it. Jakubov, stutter step move. Delzato stays with him, hammers him off the puck, and then spins the puck around to the other side. Well played by Delzato. Flyers don't get to the puck very well on the other side of the ice, however. Simmons behind the net, reaching for it. Joensuu instead, the former Islander, getting it back to the point. And now Minchin will send it wide of the net, behind the cage. Battle for it, dug free by Acton. Acton, back to Marincin. Marincin shot blocked out high by Umberger.
And that's good coverage by everybody. They kept the play to the outside. The Oilers didn't even come close to getting a shot.
Right back in come the Oilers as Acton gets it deeper into the zone. Coverage there by Belmont. He's sealed off Nugent Hopkins. Luke Schenn spinning into some trouble here. He'll shovel it out of the zone. Good composure with the puck by Schenn. Now the Flyers after it in center, and they have it. They move up the ice. Belmont pushes it deeper into the Edmonton zone. Bounces free to Ronaldo. Centering, Vanderbilt shot! It rolls on line to score! It trickled across! And the Flyers lead 3-0. Vanderbilt took the initial shot, but then Bellemare and Ronaldo were both going to the net. We'll see who gets credit. Might very well be Bellemare as the Flyers score for a case of Tasty King.
Pierre-Edouard Bellemare started it in the defensive zone, then in the neutral zone, followed up. Here he was well-positioned defensively to make this happen. Then he goes into the forecheck. I mean, this is a bonus goal when your fourth line plays the way these guys have. Vanderbilt, Zach Ronaldo, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Well done.
Sure if Bellemare touched that puck.
I could have sworn I heard Bellemare yelling, sweep, sweep.
If it is Vanderbilt's goal, the second this year, it's against his former team. There's Grossman, the shot deflected just wide by Reed, and it winds up in the back of the net. Vanderbilt, August time. Yeah, they're going to give it to Bellemare, so apparently he did touch it somewhere in that confusion, and so goal number 2 for Bellemare instead.
Well, he sure deserved it. All the way from the defensive zone where he made a good play behind Steve Mason, came up, backed up the play in the neutral zone, was there for a loose puck, and then led the charge on the forecheck. That's a pretty complete shift, a 200-foot shift.
Flyers get control, strike, spin move at the point, carries it in, gets some ice. In front, the shot, save, rebound, they jam away, and Fost is able to hold tight and get the whistle.
Well, our Geico quote of this hockey game belongs to this man right here, Mark Streit. And he's talking about the team's slow starts. You can see what he says here, though, guys, and you know what? It's a good point he makes. You've got to learn from the mistakes you make in this league, and if it's one of them is not having a good start, as a team, you have to be consciously in agreement that you need to be better at the beginning of hockey games, and the Flyers certainly were in this game here tonight.
Oilers gain control in the defensive zone. Here's Joensuu moving up, chips it. Acton gets to it, back for Joensuu, just out of his reach. Give and go there. Joensuu has it again, turns with it, and then it's checked away from him. Bounces away from Raffl. Voracek able to get to Giroux. And now the Flyers move out. Right back across ice. And Giroux will just wind it deep into the Edmonton zone, but it makes its way all the way out to center as Fane will tip it ahead, and Acton twists it into the Philadelphia zone. Mason will go harder on, but Joensuu intercepts. Boyd Gordon is checked by Giroux. Voracek circles back and now starts up. Jake Voracek getting some room to Giroux. Giroux holding all the way across. Raffl's shot blocked. Second try, Raffl after it, but a lot of Oilers to deal with there.
It's almost like when Jake Voracek gets the puck, he announces, "I'll be leaving the defensive zone now."
Dare you to take it away. Petrie fanning out a pass. And missing right side into that pass attempt. No icing though. Nick Schultz has to go back after it. Right to Del Zotto. Mandavelli will tip it ahead. Now the Oilers get it back. Lynching will send it to the Philadelphia line. Del Zotto chipped it. Heavy contacted center. Now Yakupov to the puck. His shot. Save Mason. Belmar played it back to Mandavelli. And now it's Del Zotto. Zotto will drift back here as look to start up. Mandavelli looking for Belmar, was behind him, and the other way goes Nugent Hopkins, but he was checked, lost control, and it's fluttered back out to the neutral zone. Belmar checked there by Pouliot, kicked it ahead. Mandavelli looking for it, but instead it's Everly. And the Oilers gaining control. Heavy contact behind the plays. Nugent Hopkins roars into the zone. The shot, save Mason, and he's able to gather the rebound. It changed direction on the way in. That was a trickier save than it might have appeared. At the other end, Belmar in the Flyers' fourth line celebrating the third Philadelphia goal.
Lots of good things coming from the Flyers' fourth line. Zach Rinaldo on one side, Chris Van de Velde on the other. The man on the right of your screen is Pierre-Edouard Belmar, a rookie with the Flyers that plays like a veteran. Of course, he's in his late 20s and is a veteran of international play, playing for France, born and raised in Paris. Played 8 years as a pro in the Swedish league. So he's a pretty well-rounded player, and this line will give the Flyers, they'll give him lots defensively, and they'll strike now and again for some offense.
Usually the motto of the fourth line is don't get scored on, obviously. That'll be a positive, and if the offense comes along, that's considered a bonus. Well, they got some offense right there. Pretty personal shot that is snared by Mason, and he will hang right on to it.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out to a special Flyers fan. Edith Hewitt is 93, and she's a super Flyers fan. She watches every game. And from Bernie Perrant, Edith, who you met today, to me, to all of the Flyers, we know you're watching, and thank you for being there. You're the best, Edith.
Absolutely. Playing well for Edith there. Right? 3-0 lead. There's a shot from the point, and Mason fought that one off his Klefbom. Able to get that one through, perhaps off of a redirection. They fling another one toward the net. Fane does, and that's an easy save for Mason. Now the Oilers trying to step up their forechecking game some. That puck deflects off the stick and goes out of play.
Say, don't forget, Flyers fans can enjoy the biggest rivalries of the season with the Flyers' 3-game plan. Choose from the Rangers, Bruins, or Penguins, plus 2 other games, starting at $200. Snap this package up now by calling 215-218-PUCK. Those are must-see games.
Along with our graphics operator, Dina Blumenthal, a shout out and thanks to all of our technical crew tonight here, bringing you the sights and sounds of the Flyers and Oilers. Not only the sights and sounds, but in this case, the graphics, which we can't live without anymore, right? There's Umberger, a shot, and the save made by Fox. Graphics will tell you the answer to our trivia question later on. Bill's just sitting on this note of his. He can't get to it until we give the answer. I'm sort of enjoying this.
I'm just the impatient type.
Umberger can't handle that puck there, though, and the Oilers keep it in, but no, they'll miss it. Simmons moves it to the red line, turns, and throw it back to Strider with that shovel deep into the Edmonton zone. 8 minutes into this second period, the Oilers have outshot the Flyers 17-12. Flyers with a lead where it counts. Hendricks running it deeper into the Philadelphia zone. It bounces free. Hendricks was free in front of the pass off his skate. Now Marincin will send it to the other quarter. Hendricks is on it there. Behind the net, Koliakovo rides his man down and then jabs the puck up along the wall. Voracek tips it to Luke Schenn. And he will move it in the nick of time to Raffl, looking for Voracek, but for once the puck eluded Jake.
What happened there?
I don't know. And the Oilers have it back. Long pass cut off by Koliakovo. He races in across the line to Voracek. Voracek, shot blocked off by Marincin. And then shoveled by Draisaitl to the line. Not out. Batted at by Petrie. And the Oilers have it. Yakupov lobbing one that's batted to the quarter by Mason. Schultz finishes Acton. Moves the puck along for Voracek. Bring it back. Koliakovo across. Schultz ahead on the tape to Vandevelde. Or Giroux holds, waits, fires. Save made. Foster. Vandevelde went to the net. Vandevelde now trying to just keep that puck alive, but Will Acton had other ideas. Center ice. Delzato. Cross ice to Schultz. Delzato moving the puck very well. Ronaldo gains the line. His mates go to the net. Ronaldo backhands. That's cut off. Nikita Nikitin got in the way of that, and the puck ends up out into the neutral zone. Delzato is back for it again. Ronaldo turning with it. Ronaldo gets the red line and fires in. Last out of his net. Schultz. Schultz for Everly. Nice tip pass to Nugent Hopkins. Racing through center ice. Nugent Hopkins gets free. Cuts it out. Goal and scores. Talk about a burst. There was a burst from Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and he gets the Oilers on the board. It's 3-1 as he gets his 4th of the year.
Well, Nugent Hopkins has the one thing that's really hard to teach, and that is blinding speed. The Flyers are aware of the Oilers' speed, and they wanted to make sure that they didn't give the neutral zone to the Oilers to get that speed rolling. But Nugent Hopkins got it. He was on the fly before he hit his own blue line.
You know, guys, I had a look at both Ronaldo and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. They were in a neck-and-neck draw right here next to me at the red line. And by the blue line, Hopkins was able just to throw that puck, throw it into another gear, get around Zach, and make a great play to the front of Mason. That's blazing speed.
Icing the call here. So as we pass the midpoint of regulation time. Face off back into the Edmonton zone. Nugent Hopkins. As the Oilers within 2. Later tonight on Comcast Sportsnet, Flyers captain Claude Giroux meets a group of kids. Plus, we'll sit down with Mark Streit, part of the leadership group this season for the Flyers. The stories and more on the Orange Line, presented by Bradford Whitewater Heaters. 11 o'clock right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Matt Reed twisting the puck for Brayden Schenn. Schenn shoved to the corner boards by Fane. Couturier trying to fish that puck free. Ron to the line. And it was out. And he played back in by Koliakovo, so the Flyers are offside as they touch the puck. We'll be back 3-1 in Philadelphia here in the second. 3-1 Flyers here tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow night is Wednesday night. You know what that means. Wednesday night, rivalry night on NBCSN. It's the Red Wings and Rangers. Original 6 matchup at Madison Square Garden. Pavel Datsyuk, Eric Lundqvist. Rangers have lost back-to-back games via shootouts. Red Wings playing pretty well this year. Will be a good one tomorrow on the NBC Sports Network. Good one going right here. Flyers with a 3-1 lead. Mason out of his net. Puck to Grossman. Set it off of Giroux's stick, but right to Nikitin. He then didn't get all on that dump it, and the Oilers are offside as a result.
Claude Giroux's line out there against the Arcobello group for the Oilers, but you'll see Claude Giroux against a lot of different players because he leads all forwards in the NHL in ice time per game, 21:33. Everybody else is looking up at Claude Giroux's ice time totals. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is the only Oiler forward over 20 minutes, and you know why after seeing that burst of speed that led to the Oilers' goal.
Here is Giroux, but his pass for Voracek intercepted by Will Acton. Acton getting into only his 3rd game this year due to the injury. Quite a bit of ice time There's the Flyers. Just play there, Voracek. Sends Raffl up. Raffl trying to maneuver on him, but he's cut off at the pass by Mark Fane. And Fost covers up.
Well, let's take a look at our Independence Blue Cross fearless play. All speed and no fear for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Well, I wish we had a stopwatch on him from his own blue line to when the puck went in the net. Seems like it was about 3.1 seconds. Independence Blue Cross fearless play.
This is a guy who they play in all situations. And there are those who thought maybe they put too much on his plate. He's only 21 years of age, even though he's in his 4th year. You'll see why. There he is again. Dangerous. Got some help. That puck bouncing around. Everly got a shot at it, but Mason held his ground, even though he had all kinds of traffic around him. Brayden Schenn the other way, but couldn't do anything with that. Falling down with Del Zotto. He gets back up, though, enough to impede the progress of Everly. The Flyers are back to it. A little bit of a lull here for the Flyers. Others trying to take advantage of it. Here's Del Zotto to Reed. Reed to Brayden Schenn. Reaching back for it, but it's knocked away. Oh, look behind it. A good steal to Luke Schenn for the shot. He scores! Little brother sets up big brother. And Luke Schenn makes it 4-1 Philadelphia with his 100th National Hockey League point. Luke Schenn scores for a case of Tasty Cake.
And the kid brother Brayden was completely out of gas. He went behind the net. He was at the end of a shift, and it was all he could do to get the puck out front. His shot looked like it had some English on it. It went off Fost and off the post and spun off the post and in.
You got the far angle, Bill. You're right. Found the hole somehow under the arm and bounced that far post past Fost. You know what? When things are going your way and you're doing the right things, as Brayden Schenn did behind the net, out to his brother with that pass, good things are going to happen. That's exactly what happened. The only assist to Brayden Schenn, and the Schenn brothers at it again. It's a great goal.
That is fitting. His 100th National Hockey League point is a goal assisted by his brother and his brother alone. 12:01. Just, 3 or 4 games ago when they, for the first time, collaborated on a goal. That was Luke to Brayden. This one, Brayden to Luke.
Well, Craig Berube wanted his D-men more active in the offensive zone, not only moving into holes looking for shots, but pinching down the wall. He thought Saturday night, as a group, the 6 defensemen just retreated far too quickly, far too easily, and Luke Schenn was obviously paying attention.
Their dad, of course, is on the trip, as with so many dads. I wonder if he stuck around. Oh, gloves are down here. Ronaldo's throwing punches as he and Matt Hendricks going toe-to-toe. Hendricks got a couple in. Ronaldo goes down. The linesmen get in. You guys who certainly are familiar with the pugilistic side of things. And they'll both be escorted off. The first fight in a while for the Flyers. They've only had 2 or 3 all year. Hendricks was cut in this fight.
He got a nasty one right over top of his right eye. And you know what? This is the same weight class, both these guys here.
Right there, yeah.
You see Zach popped him there. You hit it right there, JJ, and that's where he headed off for repairs immediately. But give Zach the decision on that one based on the cut above Hendricks' eye. That's a good fight right there.
That's the decision based on the incision.
That's correct, Bill. Yeah.
You know what, if from afar, and people always judge a fight by, generally, they don't follow hockey a lot, who ends up on their back, right? Who ends up on top? And that fight looked even. You can't tell who's landing that big one, and Zach Ronaldo did.
Yeah, there were a couple that Zach landed early in that fight that a lot of us probably didn't see because we weren't honed in on the fight act. It happened so quickly, but he got some real good punches in early, and then the last one, Hendricks, Ronaldo was falling to the ice, but it was Hendricks who obviously incurred a lot more damage. And now you've got a whistle and an elbowing penalty. Wayne Simmons is incredulous. Oh, Wayne Simmons cannot believe he's been called for a penalty here.
Wow. Well, it's officially time to start thinking about your holiday party plans. How about a suite for a select December or January Flyers game? You'll get one autographed puck per guest. They're fantastic gifts. You'll also get an autographed Flyers jersey. 215-389-9500. And you might not believe your eyes if you see this replay. You're going to look at it. Wayne Simmons has been called for elbowing, and that may be the most ridiculous call. And if that should not be called a dive, I don't know what should be.
It's the worst call I've seen all year in hockey. All Simmer did was turn his body. And that's just a really bad call. The fans know it too. You're not going to fool anybody here in Philly. That's an awful call.
Yeah, well, the elbow was there, and Marincin ran into it. But it is called a penalty, and so the Oilers get their second power play of the game. Flyers have yet to have a man advantage.
It almost looked like he ran into it intentionally. I mean, it was that bizarre.
Yeah, it was there for a while. Nugent Hopkins given a shot in the slot. He took it. Mason had an answer. That's it. He did. His nose is red. There was contact, but he initiated the contact.
Yeah, Sean Couturier is having words with the ref right now too about that call. He doesn't like it. He's saying, you know what? I think what I tried to see him from here saying was, you know what? Ref the game, not the score of the hockey game, and that's frustrating right now. Flyers getting their legs back, and all Simmer does make a good hard play and a really bad call.
Frederic Lafayette and Wes McCauley are your referees in this game. That puck kicked in the zone by Schultz. Flyers would have been in a 2-on-1 the other way, maybe even a 2-on-0. But as it is, Couturier moves up and backhands just wide. Sean Couturier knifing his way in. Nugent Hopkins moves in, and Couturier knocks the puck away again. He gives to Giroux. Giroux fakes going back with the puck, then does look back, and backhands in front, and almost getting his stick on that was R.J. Umberger. A couple of short-handed bids for the Flyers. 52 seconds remaining on the Edmonton power play. Eberle, cross ice. Purcell will drop it back, but nobody was home. Oh, it's Nugent Hopkins. It's a cutting Purcell. Purcell off on the right wing. Odd shot, I heard. Post. But the puck is in Mason's equipment somewhere. But clearly a ping from the post. I don't know how that one stayed out, but it did.
Best friend when it ends up in your equipment. And that time it was for Steve Mason. Take a look at this rush shorthanded by Sean Couturier. Goes inside the stick, then back out, then through on Justin Schultz. Still got a shot off. And that's why you have to keep thinking that there's an offensive upside still for Sean Couturier when he decides to go. Most of the time he is cast in a defensive role, but you see those flashes of offensive brilliance that let you know there's going to be something down the road.
Has 3 goals this year. 4 points in his last 4. The puck set all the way down by the Flyers. 28 seconds left on the Simmons liner. Vandevelde and Bellemare out on the penalty kill up front. Perron will bounce that one into the right of Mason. Delzato the first to it, trying to get the puck to settle down. Spins away from the check. Shuttles the puck to the other side of the ice, hoping for Vandevelde, but it's spun back the other way by the Oilers. Perron to Purcell, and now Perron to the point. Hickey. Get it right back to Perron. Power play is over. Perron's shot is deflected and went right across the slot in the air. Purcell copied it off for Perron. Perron has it. Get it to Purcell. They rotate out the cycle game for the Oilers here. Is a shot by Yakupov, denied in front by Mason. Nick Schultz finds a loose puck. Flyers start back an orange wave through center, and Schultz will bounce one in on foul. Oilers will change up. Here comes Simmons arriving. No humor on the youngster Klefbom. Braden Shen to the puck. That puck got cut up and skates along the wall. It would have been offside, but the Oilers control. Still a delayed offside call here. And with the puck being touched there by Lecavalier, there's your whistle. 4:16 remaining in the second. Flyers by 3. Zach Rinaldo has been involved in a lot of ways, and we are lucky enough to have him mic'd up here tonight. Let's listen in.
How are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Right there. I like that. That's good. Boy, I'm be waving strong, bud. Waving strong here. Yeah, yeah, yeah! Let's go.
Do it.
Mike finally the mic, Chris. Took a shot there late in that fight.
You know what, guys? One of the things here that the Flyers want to do a better job of, have a better job of, is the fourth line. And that's one thing Craig Berube said he wants to be able to trust his fourth line a lot through the year to give him the ice time they need to even the bench out and let the top players have better shifts.
Ron cutting in the shot, save Mason, and that was a tough one. He had traffic cutting right in front of him, and he was able to stay with that offering. And now here is Brayden Schenn dealing to Voracek. Voracek on the right wing, centers. That one ricochets all the way to the other corner. Cavalier, Schenn, and Voracek. Here's Voracek again, getting in front. The pass just tipped away. As Brayden Schenn was making his way toward it. Now the Oilers break back. It's a 3-on-2 developing. Right wing feed. Purcell the shot. Save Mason. Rebound in the slot. Jabbed that by Voracek. He's lost his stick. Another shot ricochets around in front. And it stays out as it goes out the other side. Brayden Schenn to the puck, and he does clear the zone. Barely. He got it out through center after hesitating and then taking a hit.
Outstanding defensive effort by Vinny Lecavalier on that last shift. He came back and took away the cross-ice seam pass on the 3-on-2, and then he blocked the shot in front.
Hamburger turns the puck over here. They drop it back. A shot by Yakupov. Stopped. Second try goes wide out the other side. Nugent Hopkins was stopped, and it's a good thing there was net to shoot at. Point shot is blocked. Flyers trying to scramble and get to the puck here. Eberle has it. Eberle twisting and turning. Drops it off for Pouliot across ice. The shot wide on purpose by Klefbom, then stabbed that by Mason. First with the stick, then with the glove. He's got it in the mitt.
Well, this is Edmonton's top offensive unit. They stepped it up on this shift. But Steve Mason was able to squash this and get a whistle because he didn't overplay a puck that was back at the point. Without any shot, Edmonton, like a lot of teams, will just shoot wide. See how deep Steve Mason stayed? He took a swat at it, and when it bounced up, he was in great position. He had the post sealed off on the short side anyway, so good positioning by Mason. But then again, Bush will tell us all about that between periods, won't you, Bush?
Indeed he will. He's been there, done that. Here's Giroux. Sent that off of Raffle. It bounces to Fane. Racing over is Giroux. Behind the net. Simmons gets to the puck. Back out it goes. Delzato looking for a seam, then trying to pass. It's intercepted. Yakupov, and he's got help coming. Yakupov up the right wing. Takes a look. Waits, holds his pass in the middle. Draisaitl off across. Shot and a save by Mason. He robs Perron. And the Flyers still lead by 3 as Mason showing that athletic ability.
Oh, Michael Delzato angry with himself because he telegraphed to the whole world that he was going to make that play in the offensive zone, and Nail Yakupov smelled it.
Steve Mason made a lot of saves like this for guys last year, and you know what? Sometimes you need to make 1 or 2 of these to get that confidence back. Little things with goaltenders, but this is a great save. Good lateral movement left to right, and he robs Edmonton on a nice 3-on-2 opportunity. Edmonton really kicking in the high gear here, fellas, the last few minutes to a 25-15 shot advantage to this point in the game.
They've doubled the Flyers in scoring chances. There's a shot by Nikitin that's handled with ease by Mason. 2:03 to play in the period. Steve Mason, though, when you have that goaltender playing well, you can be the equalizer or then something.
And he sure looks like he's tracking the puck well and never losing sight of it, and that is such a key. You lose sight of it for a quarter of a second, and it could be behind you before you know it. So Mason seeing the puck and reading the plays well, and as a result, in great position for almost every shot.
Oilers move the puck back into the Philadelphia zone. Couturier is there. Yakubo forced back. Oilers swarming now on the forecheck. Flyers reversed that well to get out of the zone, and Couturier will backhand, could not get it past Nikitin. His long pass tipped, but not gathered by Koliakovo. Instead, it's Eberle. Eberle holding. He waits. He fires. Blocked off by Luke Schenn. Giroux gets to the puck and goes across to Luke, who will move up. Head manning to Couturier. He's at the end of his shift. He'll flip it in. Different line combinations seen by the Flyers here in this period. As Nikitin Get to Petrie. Rink-wide feed could not be handled by Boyd Gordon. He did deflect it, though, so no icing. Lozado wins the race for the puck. His outlet off of Umberger. He could not quite control. He reaches back for it now. R.J. Umberger. Off to Simmons. Simmons holds. He drops it back. Lozado will wind and fire wide of everything. No chance to pinch there for Nick Schultz, although the Oilers will send it back around anyhow. Joensuu goes back into the corner, and Simmons gets there to jar it loose. Cavalier battling as well, but it comes free. And now Marincin sent it off the glass. Racing over to get to that is Nick Schultz. Bounces around. Will Acton reaching for it. Belmar. And Simmons will play it in. Vandevelde in pursuit. Vandevelde checked, and the Oilers have it back. 18 seconds left in the period. Will Acton sends it off the stick of Perron deep into the Philadelphia zone. Straight there to Luke Schenn. We'll be hearing from momentarily. Out into center. Backhanded ahead by Ronaldo. Period number 2 comes to an end. As the Flyers scored twice, the Oilers once. Luke Schenn gets his 100th National Hockey League point. A nice feed from his brother, Steve Mason. Very good in period number 2. Tonight's Flyers-Oilers second period was brought to you by Mazda. Mazda is KBB.com's lowest cost-to-own brand over 5 years. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $321 million. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Players must be 18 years or older. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Let's head back downstairs to Chris Therien as he chats with Luke Schenn.
Thanks very much, JJ. Luke, obviously that period you had, for the second time now in a couple weeks, it's a brother tandem combo. You got the assist on Braden's goal a couple weeks ago. That's pretty good. Got to be pretty cool on your 100th point to get the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You know, it's pretty exciting. Obviously, me and Braden connected on a lot of goals growing up as kids. So to do it in the NHL, it's pretty special. And second time this year, it's you know, it's a good feeling for sure. We're both excited.
What would be the one thing you'd like to improve on moving into the third period with a comfortable lead against Edmonton heading into the last 20-minute frame?
Well, I think we're on our heels a little bit, you know, for a good chunk of that second. We had a couple long shifts hemmed in our end, so we know the Oilers are a good young team and they don't quit. So we're going to be on our toes and you know, keep pressuring them.
Luke, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Luke Schenn helping the Flyers to a 4-1 lead through 40 minutes. Intermission live, straight ahead. The Killer Bees, Boric and Boucher with their analysis after this. Tonight's third period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your Philadelphia Super Network Buick GMC dealers and by Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well. With a 3-goal cushion as we get set to start the third period. Here are the statistics through 2, courtesy of Rothman Institute at Jefferson.
Some troubling numbers if you're in the Flyers locker room. 18-9, the chances favor the Oilers. I know the Flyers have a 4-1 lead, but if you continue to give a team that is as quick and shoots the puck as well as the Oilers do, you give them that many scoring chances, you're asking for trouble.
There's your scoring summary. Here, Edouard Bellemare getting his second in the NHL. And Nugent Hopkins then using his speed to get the Oilers goal before Luke Schenn registered his 100th National Hockey League point. Our GMC NHL update takes you to Boston, the Panthers, and the Bruins. And the Panthers get the first one. Jussi Jokinen getting his first goal as a Florida Panther, but the Bruins come back. Patrice Bergeron will tie this one right there. It's 1-1. As they play the third period, another low-scoring game for the Panthers. What is it? Almost all their games, the total goal count has been 4 or less. It's just
they don't have much firepower, so they almost have to play that way.
Yeah. And they certainly did it well against the Flyers. And they got
and the Bruins aren't necessarily going to bust it wide open either.
Not right now. They also are dealing with some injuries. Underway here in the third. Flyers to start this 4-game homestand with a victory, trying to get Steve Mason his first win of the year. Need a solid period here in order to get that done. There's Raffl moving it off of Voracek to the neutral zone. Way back there by Klefbom, 21-year-old. Takes it back from Mark Fayne and moves it ahead. Teddy Purcell will twist it in. Purcell acquired Gagne during the offseason. Gagne was then moved on to Arizona. Right, nearly turning that over at his own line. Off the glass to Braden Shen, and now Couturier. Got Reed coming. There's the pass to him, but it eluded Matt. Reed has it now. Rolls it around down low. Keaton steps into it. Shen takes it away from him, but then Keaton got it back. And he'll move it ahead to Eberle. And he will softly play that one deep into the Philadelphia zone. Nick Schultz first to it. Try the glass the other way. Schultz tried to pinch to keep it in, but could not. And then Keaton goes back to get it. Couple of Flyers coming his way. Got it ahead to Eberle across ice. Pouliot trying to get there, but it's Nick Schultz instead. Boy, has he been steady. Nick Schultz. In the lineup. Coburn got hurt. It'll be tough to see if the Flyers do get back to health on the blue line. It's going to be tough to take him out of the lineup.
No, he was really around as a 7th defenseman and then stepped in with the injuries and has done, I agree, a really good job.
Well, the homestand continues on Thursday night. Those aforementioned Florida Panthers in town as the teams will rematch less than a week after they met down in South Florida. Flyers and Panthers Thursday night. Our coverage beginning with pregame live at 6:30. Then the Avalanche come to town Saturday. 5 days off before the Blue Jackets wrap up the homestand next Friday. Check that. That shot goes wide. Comes back out to the side of the net. Hendricks is denied there by Mason.
No stick for Steve Mason. Well, he's about to get one. No, Carlo Colaiacovo tried to force his on him, and Mason said, no, I'm going to go get mine.
In the meantime, Umberger just sends the puck deep into the Edmonton zone so the Flyers can get everything straight back in their own zone. Wensu, forced by Colaiacovo. Cavalier trying to get the puck away from Petrie, but he could not. 26-year-old defenseman moves it ahead. Up on the right wing to Wensu. Turning with it, he's wrapped up along the wall by Umberger. The puck bounces free. Behind the net. Centering attempt by Draisaitl. It's cut off by Simmons, but this clear ends up getting past Nikitin as he tried to fire the puck and did not get his stick on it, but Draisaitl's right back in. They're back-ended around behind the net. Ron looking for it. Now it's Draisaitl again. Yakupov. Looked on by Ronaldo. That puck bouncing free, and Ronaldo jumps on it to Bellemare. Right back to Zach. Ronaldo will fire one in. Gloved by Fost. He's going to hang on to it as Van de Velde charged his way. Listen up, Bill. Time for the answer to our Jeep trivia question of the game. How many times have the Oilers held the first overall pick in the last 5 years? 3 times. 3 first overalls. And they all played with the team as 18-year-olds. What is the number that you had?
And they are. Here's a look at them. The number ones were Yakupov, Nugent Hopkins, and Taylor Hall. Now I don't have time for my numbers.
We will make time.
I'm going home now.
No, you will get those numbers in. There is Nugent Hopkins getting some rough treatment by Raffl in the neutral zone. Delzato and Schultz back for that bucket. It ends up off the glass and then the safety netting.
These are the 3 number ones that the Oilers have had in the last 5 years. Taylor Hall is out with an injury. He's their best all-around player. Yakupov's another one, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, we've seen him with his speed tonight score the only Oilers goal. So they got some good players. But what's curious about the Oilers is their top 15, their last 15 top picks, 13 of them have been forwards. And for years, the whole world has said, gosh, the Oilers need to get better on the blue line. They've drafted 1 defenseman with a top pick out of the last 15 and 1 goalie and 13 forwards. It's curious, if nothing else, but it's a real reason why I think they've had trouble building their organization.
There's a chance for the Flyers. Reed the shot, and the save made in front as Couturier got knocked down. That one defenseman was Darnell Nurse, correct?
One defenseman is Darnell Nurse, and he's one of the only players that they've allowed to season a little bit because he's still playing in junior.
Yeah, and he's
getting ready.
Nephew of Donovan McNabb, the former quarterback of the Eagles.
Billy, I agree with you 100% what you say. You know, I think it's okay if you have a guy who's a center iceman that you can build up the middle with for 10 or 12 years. But I think really if you get the high picks, it's unfathomable to me to think that they cannot get or could not get a top defenseman besides Nurse over the last 15 years.
Yeah, well, you know what, Chris? Some people will say, look, draft the best player available. But when you're loaded with guys like Yakupov, Nugent Hopkins, Hall, Leon Draisaitl, they drafted Magnus Paajarvi, Jordan Eberle, Sam Gagner, Andrew Cogliano, the list goes on. Wouldn't you think there'd be a defenseman in there that was just about as good as one of those that you could have taken?
And you could trade down, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they didn't go that route. And then the other subject or other issue with what they've done is they have pushed those players as 18-year-olds to the NHL right away. Not a lot of seasoning has been done, and they're learning on the job.
Draisaitl, Yakupov, Nugent Hopkins, Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, Sam Gagner, 18-year-olds into the NHL.
That's a lot of players playing at that tender young age. There's Wayne Simmons, stick being tied up by Perron. Cavier carries on to the backhand, goes wide out the other side. And is played by Purcell, wrapped up by Umberger.
If either ref thought they owed Wayne Simmons one, that was the chance to give it back to him.
It certainly was. Simmons knocked down here up from his knees, plays it around into the corner. Umberger checked by Cooper. Flyers have gone without a power play in this game. There's Perron getting behind Streit. That's going to be a penalty. The puck dribbles across the slot area and is played by Grossman. Not much doubt about this one as Streit lost the angle on the player, ends up dragging him down in a power play for the Oilers.
Well, don't forget about the 4-pack. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for just $140 to this Thursday's home game against the Florida Panthers. It's the Flyers 4-pack. Go to PhillyFlyers.com. Make it PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
You'll see a nice effort here by David Perron going wide on Streit. Mark Streit forced to pull him down. David Perron may actually have been Edmonton's best player so far in this game. Him and Nugent Hopkins have been pretty good in this contest, but Streit, no question on this, and the Edmonton Oilers head back to the power play.
And this is a big moment in the game. Oilers a chance to crawl back to within 2 as they get this man advantage. And they get control. Schultz across ice. Broken stick on the shot attempt by Eberle. Plenty of room for Reed. He decides to go across ice. Does get it out to center. Couturier after it there, but instead it's Nugent Hopkins. Those unbreakable sticks. Nugent Hopkins. It's the line. Way out across. Now here's Schultz looking for a seam. Goes back across ice. The active stick of Couturier deflected it out of play.
Another good read by Sean Couturier. He has such a defensive sense to the point where, in talking to head coach Craig Berube last week and asking him about high IQs, said, who do you think has the highest hockey IQ on the team? Didn't take him very long to answer number 14, did it?
Yeah, it was a very quick answer.
And that's saying something because you've got Jake Voracek, and we're talking on both sides of the puck.
Sure.
Overall hockey IQ. We've got Claude Giroux and Jake Voracek and a bunch of other guys that are pretty good players.
Oilers get set up now. 1:22 on the power play. Here's Perron. Puts it off for Purcell. Out of the point, Nikitin across ice. Shot. Yakupov save. Rebound is loose. And they are unable to finish it. Perron tried to center from behind the net. It was blocked. Mason has lost his stick again. As the Oilers control on the wall, but a chance to clear here. Schenn couldn't get it done. Shot! Save! Mason! Without the stick, he denies Yakupov. What a save! And the puck finally does make it to center, back in offside. Offside is the call. Steve Mason. Huge stops there to keep the Flyers up by 3.
Well, if you're looking for a defining performance, at least so far in this game and so far in this season for Steve Mason, it's this one. Watch this play. Off the post, and Mason got there with the blade of his skate. I think Luke Schenn might have helped him. I thought he had. That could have been all Mason. And in this one, I don't need no stinking stick.
That's Stopping a guy who could really fire the puck too, Jacopo. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Nugent Hopkins weaving his way in around behind the net. And the puck play back up, but nobody home for the Oilers. All the way down it goes. Just a half-minute remaining on the Strite minor. Justin Schultz racing to the neutral zone. Off in the left wing, Nugent Hopkins. His shot deflected and goes out of play.
Well, the one element of Steve Mason's game that he even said was missing Saturday night in Florida was working harder to see pucks, making sure that if screens were there, trying to look through them, trying to track the puck. And all systems go tonight for Steve Mason.
As we were talking about with Jake Voracek playing well, you get some breaks. He's had a couple of posts behind him that have certainly helped.
And he's only had one goal of offensive support in front of him over the last 2 games. He was shut out in the second last start in Chicago, 4-0 the Flyers were, and then lost 2-1 Saturday night, and that goal came with 7 seconds to go in the tilt. So this is party time with 4 goals in front of Steve Mason.
He's enjoying this. Here's Grossman, a shot, deflection, save made. Fast. At least it sounded as though Van de Velde got his stick on that. Fast able to make the save. The power play is over. We step aside.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. Our Hyundai save of the game tonight belongs to that man right there, Steve Mason. And he's made some great saves. There's been a few options, but none better than this one. Right, last power play Edmonton had, Steve Mason without the stick. He gets the glove and the pad out. I can't tell you how difficult that is. That is a tremendous save without the stick, and that is a reason why it is a Hyundai great save of the game.
Keeps the Flyers up by 3, 7 minutes into this third period. Luke Schenn, that puck to Simmons. Simmons for LeCavalier. LeCavalier turning it to Umberger with a shot. Save made by Foss. Perhaps his best of the night. He went lunging forward to deny R.J. Umberger. There's Joensuu. Philadelphia line. He'll wind it around. Gets to the corner. Versus Hendricks, centered it, but nobody home for Edmonton. 3-on-2 the other way for the Flyers. Umberger, right wing feed Simmons. Simmons takes a look, finds, fires, save, Foss, rebound. And Simmons could not come up with it. Was played ahead by Marincin. Moving well. Hendricks. He shoves aside Strite and goes and gets the puck. And he got it away from Koliakovo as well. And they get it back to Fane for a shot, blocked by Raffl. Again, that awkward shot blocking motion stance that Raffl goes into. It's effective in terms of blocking the shots, but he's in a world of hurt many times after blocking those shots. Voracek forced back. Koliakovo. Right, couldn't knock that down. Nugent Hopkins gets it back out. Across it comes Fane. Wrist shot into heavy traffic, and then the midsection of Mason, who hangs on.
Fighting to see pucks, and he's done a pretty good job. Go back to a face-off. Brad Lazarowicz was one of the senior linesmen in the NHL. Watch him pick the puck up here. Before the face-off, he's getting ready. He was waiting, right, for the signal to face off. Both center sticks were in the middle of the dot. And he said, let's just get this thing going.
Yeah, no
boy, Brad.
Wasting time there. Mason gloves that shot from the Keaton and hangs on. That was going wide.
Really amazing is that both centers, and LeCavalier was in there for the Flyers, seemed to expect what was coming because the sticks were in.
Right. There's Matt Reed. Nice play to Sean Couturier. Couturier, left wing feed for Braden Schenn. He's got it. Schenn centers. It's in the blue paint momentarily, but then cleared out of harm's way and out to the neutral zone. Schultz back to get it for Delzato. Delzato, big wide feed for Reed. Reed will wind up and fire. Save. It bounces high in the air off of Braden Schenn in on Fost, and he'll scoop that up and hang on.
Well, our Toyota turning point in the hockey game here tonight came at the hands of a defenseman. Always the brains of an operation. In this case here, goal scorer tonight, Luke Shen. That's a big goal at the end of the period to make it 4-1. The assist from his brother Braden. What is it, Toyota Turning Point? Yes, Bill, I did save the brains of the operation.
Yeah,
The defenseman out there.
Yeah, I heard that. You snuck that in there.
Yeah.
Brains of the operation.
Always nice to see those guys get a goal, especially when they don't get a lot of them.
I didn't know defensemen had their own union.
Yeah, we do.
Big hit by Grossman. He knocks down Yoensu. Also got Mark Streit. The puck bounces into the Philadelphia zone. Omar knocks down Hendricks. Continue to scrum along the wall. Comes free side of the net. Now it's back on the mesh. Bounces free again. And finally they decide that the puck was frozen. And the whistle blows. This is a situation where you just want to get out of the way in the neutral zone. As Nick Grossman sort of set his sights on a hit.
This is what Craig Berube has asked his defensemen to do, is be more aggressive in the neutral zone.
Picked up the split right there.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, he got Mark Streit in the process as well.
Baby split, he picked it up. Daniel Lecavalier has been effective. The Flyers have dominated the face-off dot in this game.
There's another win.
Shen. To Koliakovo. Ahead nicely for Lecavalier. Circles back with it. And then gets it back to Koliakovo for the shot that was blocked in front. Simmons to the loose puck, but it's knocked away from him. Out the other way go the Oilers as we approach the midpoint of this third period. They get numbers. Here's a shot off the crossbar. As that one by Arcobello. And for the third time in this game, iron behind Steve Mason, but the puck stays out of the net.
Fine line.
I think it goes off of Koliakovo's stick on the way in and then off the crossbar.
Those plays are really interesting always to me because the goalie won't get credit for a save and the player won't get credit for a shot. And it came that close.
Petrie a shot there. That one will count as a shot for Petrie and a save for Mason, and it was much easier play to handle for the goaltender. Oilers with 32 shots now. The Flyers came into this game third in the NHL, averaging almost 33 shots a game, and they're at 20. Talked about the Flyers' dominance in the face-off circle. Giroux right at the head of the list, 18 of 22, making 19 of 23. Although Schultz is overtaken in a penalty. He took down Pouliot. Pouliot won the race for the puck. And Nick Schultz will go to the box.
Philly, 2 minutes, tripping.
So there may be more tests coming for Steve Mason and the Flyers. I don't think the ref had much choice on that one. And that puck seemed to take a funny bounce off the backboards. Nick Schultz knew he had lost a step on his guy.
The Oilers win this draw, so they go right to work. Up to the point, Schultz shot, rides high and then off the glass. Nugent Hopkins, one hands it to Pouliot. Now Eberle. On the wall, Arcobello will throw it now low. Grossman shrugs off one man, plays the puck neatly ahead to Couturier, who did not get the puck all the way down the ice, did get it out to center. Good work there by Grossman, but Couturier would like to have that back and get it all the way down the ice. Grossman has a chance here. He'll try the glass. Schultz kept it in. And now Eberle. And they set it up again. Schultz. In the middle of the ice. Deals on the left wing. Cabello with a shot. Save Mason. Off of Mason's blocker all the way to the neutral zone. There's a clear for you. Now Nugent Hopkins right back in. Full time to Ashmark. Back to Schultz. A shot. Off the post. Rebound into the slot. And bounces back through. That's 4 now. There is Schultz again. To Nugent Hopkins. Back out Schultz. Shot. Wide. Bello up the wall for Everly. Everly, and pass tipped by Delzato. Bello threw it back on for Everly, and then back out. Schultz across Nugent Hopkins. Holding on, and now Schultz, the one-timer wide. Archibald, it's rebound try, and Mason is there with an answer. He's got it in the glove, and he'll hang on.
Well, the Oilers are making this pretty interesting with all of the shots off the pipes. Here's the last one, a deflection in front off the stick of Pouliot. Steve Mason didn't know where that one had gone. I don't know if that was going wide or not, but Steve Mason deserves credit again for not being too far out of position, staying back so he's not lost when that play does come off the backboards.
The Flyers clear it all the way down off the ensuing draw, so 26 seconds. Power play time remaining for the Oilers. 8:23 remaining in the third. Flyers lead by 3. Even though they've been outshot by 14. It does not count those 4 posts.
Well, Jake had one too.
That's true. That's true. Purcell stopped as he got to the Philadelphia line. Luke Schenn lobs it back out to center. Now it's stolen by Ronaldo. Ronaldo moving up. He's got Bellemare with him. He'll wind and fire, save, rebound. And it's back out the other way as the Oilers blocked that. But getting back was Bellemare to knock it down in center and clear it back into the Edmonton zone. And that is it for the power play. Flyers 4 for 4 in the kill. They have killed off all 17 man-down situations on home ice this season. Schultz racing back. Mason will play it instead. Vandevelde could not catch up to it, but it is swatted out to the neutral zone by Giroux, and all the way down out of his net comes Fast, and he did get it to center. Voracek right back in there onside. Vandevelde to Giroux. Back to Vandevelde. For Voracek. Voracek spinning with it. Change of direction. Shrugging off the check out the other side. Deals for Koliakovo, back out Giroux. Now Voracek dropping it. Schultz at the line. Back to Voracek. They play keep away, but now the Oilers get it as Petrie intercepted the pass. Vandevelde leans on him. The puck squirts free to Joensuu, and he'll shovel it out to the neutral zone.
Well, there's something to be said for killing the clock, but there are also opportunities to keep shooting.
Schultz versus Koliakovo. Moves it ahead. Wayne Simmons. Up the left wing, cutting to the middle. Simmons, the shot blocked. Second try backhander, dribbles wide. Brayden Schenn, back to Simmons. Simmons maneuvers out in front to Lecavalier, and his shot was blocked. Now Lecavalier has it again. Looks to the middle, turns, skates toward the line with it, and then deals off to Luke Schenn. His shot was deflected, bounces to Delzato. His shot well wide to the corner. Back out Luke Schenn again. His brother in front. Tried to get that one free, but never got there. And Nugent Hopkins now to Pouliot. He could only get it to the Philadelphia line. Schenn for Brayden. Back down from behind as Simmons bounces that one in on Fast. We take below 6 minutes remaining in the third. It's still 4-1 Philadelphia. 4-1 since the 12:01 mark of the second period. Step who centered it in front. Umberger's there. Is it calmly ahead to Reed? Digging and zagging and then punching it deep into the Edmonton zone. Umberger first to it. Umberger tried to center. Couturier was there for a stab at it, but it bounced wide. And on to Keaton and Schultz. Play catch. Pass ahead. And the pass to Purcell. Purcell will they say it's onside. Pouliot tapped up by Grossman. Strike, push that puck ahead to Reed. For Umberger, right back to Matt Reed. Hanging on to it, moving it along, around behind. Reed looking for Koliakovo. Koliakovo will get to Couturier. Bumped by Petrie. And the Oilers get it back. Draisaitl. He's hit as he got to center. Koliakovo will spin the puck to Schenn. And now to Reed and into the Edmonton zone. Was looked good in his debut.
He can be happy with his first game in a Flyers uniform, no question. Moved the puck smartly. That one jumped over his stick, but he recovered just when the Jackson curse was about to take him down.
What Jackson jinx?
Oh, I'm sorry. I called it a curse.
Right, Jinx probably isn't strong enough. You're right. There's Nugent Hopkins looking for Koliak, but Koliakovo with another nice play. Breaks that one up, and the Flyers cleared all the way down. 4:12 on the clock. Not a lot of whistles here of late. Rink wide feed for Everly. They'll drop it off. Now the shot. Left bomb handled by Mason. No further play. We'll be back. Flyers with the lead here in the third. Coming up later on, Sportsnet Central. Let's get a preview. Danny Pomels and Ron Burke. Guys?
Hey, JJ, thank you. The Eagles are dealt another season-ending injury to a starter. Our experts will be along to explain how they will overcome this latest loss. And Mark Sanchez's former teammate tells us if that quarterback can lead this Eagles team.
We are throwing up on a Tuesday. It's Election Day. The Sixers cast their votes for the troops. We'll take you inside a very special practice for Brett Brown's team. All that and so much more on Sportsnet Central, brought to you by Chevrolet. For now, let's go back to Jim Jackson and Bill Clement.
All right, Danny, thank you very much. There's Mark Fane. You see some damage there. Here's how it happened.
Boy, that hit him, I thought, under the visor, but that look may have hit him in the visor and enforced the visor. Right, you did hit the visor and forced it down onto his face, Chris.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Billy. And, you know, they're the worst ones because, you know, Mark Fane's thinking the puck's going somewhere on the near side of the post. It ricochets off something and hits him in the face. Those are the ones that are awful that you're not prepared for.
Can I just say this? Without that visor, it sure looked like it was headed right towards his eye.
Yeah, it would have been a lot uglier without the visor.
You're right, and that's a case where the visor absolutely helps. I'm pro visor as well now, guys, but you're right. That would have been a real ugly injury right there without that visor.
Fane has a cut to deal with instead of much more serious damage. Flyers after the puck here. They don't mind spending time in the offensive zone as they protect the 4-1 lead. Bounces back out. Send it around. Voracek. They stick on it. Schultz. Purcell. And ahead to Perron. And just snap that into the Philadelphia zone. Oilers are going to go for a change. Mason tangled up there. It's a turnover. But the Oilers unable to make a connection in front. Everly has the puck now. Leaned on by LeCavalier. And the Flyers get it back. And over it ahead. Braden Shen. Through center, but play back by Klefbom. Weak wide feet for Everly. For Pouliot. And while Pouliot right down, he goes back to the point for a shot by Fane that went wide. Right back out there is Mark Fane. Everly turning with the puck. Here's Fane again. And he could not get it past Braden Shen, who stuffs it out to the neutral zone. 2:35 on the third period clock. Trying to maneuver through the neutral zone, but could not as Couturier takes it away. Now it's Luke Shen. From the red line, hammers it in. Lost with the easy save. Couturier to the rebound. Couturier pushing it along to Reed. Reed looking for an open man. Right back to Couturier. Oh, Flyers very content to cycle down low in the Edmonton zone. They get it back out to Shen for a shot. And that's gloved by Foss. He'll hang on to the puck.
Luke Shen looking to add to that goal total in his game so far. Played strong. And remember, Luke Shen playing with Carlo Koliakovo is a brand new pairing.
There are the top shelf performers. Voracek dominated the early portion of this game with his 2 goals. Omar his second. Mason has been very good. Foss not as busy. Yakupov 6 shots on goal, none of which have got past Mason. There's Luke Shen. Koliakovo, a little wrister. Goes off the stick to the corner. Ronaldo. Backhands, goes to the side of the net. Now the Oilers just moving it right in front, stumbling and falling was Boyd Gordon. Luke Shen able to gather at the red line. Koliakovo in a tough position, and now Joensuu with the puck. Shot saved. Mason rebound. Bounces right back toward Joensuu, but he could not handle it, and the Flyers clear. Minute 22 seconds remaining. Schultz. And across the Philadelphia line. Shot blocked by Luke Shen. Good game for Luke Shen. Here is Schultz. The Koryuensu. And escaped the checking of LeCavalier. And Keaton for Perron. The St. Louis Blue. Now that pass. Arcobello's shot went high and wide. Schultz, nice maneuver around Braden Shen. To get it down low for Perron. And Braden Shen has it back. Gets it to LeCavalier. Backing his way through center. Waiting and then backhanding into the Edmonton zone. So the final 40 seconds of this one. Purcell charging to the neutral zone. Deals to Perron. Perron, a shot takes off, finds glass. All the way back out. Klefbom trying to keep it in. Does. And net Perron. He was checked. And it is Braden Shen moving it ahead. Couturier right at the line. Back to Del Zotto. The Flyers beginning this homestand with a victorious effort. Wound up getting outshot in this game, but they were opportunistic. And they get the job done. They clear it all the way down here. They wave off the icing. The crowd that remains here, letting their appreciation be shown as Steve Mason makes 35 saves and at long last has his first victory of the 2014-2015 season. 4-1 your final. Flyers over the Oilers.
Full marks for Steve Mason and for the D-men in front of him, including Luke Schenn, who provided some offense. Jake Voracek was all the offense the Flyers needed in this one, as it turned out.
So the Flyers back in the winning track. 5-2 in the year. Back with more in just a moment.